Gunnar is freakishly talented. He can go and make any play there is, but it seems like right now he's making a lot more mistakes on the routine plays, whether he's trying to charge in too early where he doesn't necessarily got to be all sped up, or maybe it's taking an extra step to get his body in rhythm. What would you attribute that as playing up the middle? You know it better than anybody on that. And so with a guy like Gunnar that's making these mistakes, is this more on the mental side? Is it fatigue? Or what would you think on the recent struggles? I'm not worried about him long term, but I think it's just good to discuss.
Yeah, I'm not worried about him at all either. Look, it's almost in one way or another, this game of baseball, it finds a way to be cruel to you every now and then. And it seems that when you get into a little bit of a funk or a little bit of a bad spell, if mostly we see this at the plate, you're up at home plate, you're in a bad spell, you take a first pitch, it's a ball, it's off the plate, down and away. And Mr. Umpire says, no, it's a strike. So now you're 0-1. Then you're sitting there horse cussing yourself and him. And then the next pitch, you get a hanger and you foul it straight back, and now you're 0-2. And you're in that mess. And I think right now with Gunnar, there's a lot racing through his head. And you know this, Rye, when you're struggling at the plate, you not only have one hitting coach that's there, but you have another one. And then there's somebody on the outskirts, and then you go get a sandwich at the deli, and the deli man tells you that your stance looks weird. And then somebody else says something to you, and then somebody else says something to you. There's not a way that you can't, not think about what's going on.
Right.
And I think defensively, the way this game is played now, with so many people involved in the confines of the dugout and the clubhouse, a little hand grenade in from the side doesn't help. Maybe you ought to do this. So-and-so does this or so, whatever. I think some way you go out there and you play a clean game in the field. You find your routine to go out there and do your ground balls every single day and have your routine, and you keep working through it. And I know you wanted to hear some more stuff about Senior. Senior would say, nobody's going to feel sorry for you, son. He goes, go out there and kick yourself in the ass and go get it. and it's kind of what you have to do to get through these things. Because you said this, the talent is there. There's not a play on the field that he cannot make. And when you have that ability, everything else will take care of itself. And I think you just need to go out there and play one clean. You might sit in your locker after the game, take a little bit of a deep breath. The next game goes through. And then before you know it, you're 2 weeks in and you don't have one of those tweeners. You don't want to have one of those difficult ones. The miscommunication on the fly ball the other night, you had two guys standing there. I mean, those things seem to just compound into the situation. And sometimes you just gotta take a break, take a breather, get through one game clean, keep working as you do. But the only way to get out of it is you go out there and you find more at bats. You go take your ground balls. You do everything that you've always done, and baseball and your talent are going to end up righting the ship eventually anyway.